Let me guess. You've been telling yourself this fog will pass, that the fatigue is just because you're busy, that your short fuse, your forgetfulness, your mental fog, it's just mom life. Or maybe it's just getting older, right? Except something about that explanation doesn't sit right with you. Because deep down, you know this isn't just a busy season. This isn't just about age. This is not how your brain used to feel. You used to be sharp. You could multitask, manage chaos, hold a conversation and a to-do list in your head, all while planning dinner. You remembered birthdays, appointments, and whether you'd already fed the dog. But now, you walk into a room and you forget why. You reread emails multiple times. Your brain feels like it's buffering, lagging behind your life. And the hardest part, most people, even well-meaning ones, brush it off. Oh, that's just parenthood. Welcome to your 40s. Everyone feels like that. But you don't remember everyone feeling like this. And even if they do, that doesn't make it normal. But what you're experiencing is real, and you're not imagining it. In fact, this kind of brain fog, fatigue, moodiness, and mental static is often one of the first signs that something deeper is going on. Maybe you've been chalking it up to stress or hormones, and sure, those things can absolutely contribute. But if you've been feeling off for months or even years, if you keep wondering where your motivation went, if you're noticing little memory lapses that never used to happen, this video is for you. Because what most people don't realize is that the brain doesn't suddenly break. It sends whispers first, little signs that something is out of alignment. But in our culture of power through and be productive, those signs get ignored until they're too loud to live with. You are not lazy. You are not just getting old. And you are not broken. Your brain is trying to get your attention, and that frustration you feel, the part of you that says this can't be it, is absolutely right. In the next part of this video, I'm going to break down why the strategies most people turn to first, supplements, podcasts, coffee, productivity hacks, aren't cutting it, and what you need to know before your brain fog gets worse. Now, when your brain isn't working like it used to, you'll try anything to get back on track. And most people start with the usual suspects: more coffee, better planners, brain boosting supplements with labels that you can't pronounce, a new productivity podcast or morning routine promising to optimize your life. And for a while, some of it kind of works. You might feel a small boost of energy, a burst of focus, but it never lasts, and it definitely doesn't fix the root problem. Because here's the truth most people don't tell you. You can't out-supplement an inflamed brain. You can't bullet journal your way out of cellular dysfunction. You can't meditate your way out of imbalanced neurotransmitters or nutrient deficiencies. And yet, that's what most advice out there is built on. Try harder, do more, be more productive. Just calm down, get organized, balance your hormones, go gluten-free, sleep more, drink more water, and take this nootropic. But if it were that simple, wouldn't you already feel better by now? You're not doing anything wrong. You're just stuck in a cycle of surface-level solutions, ones that treat your symptoms like isolated issues instead of seeing the big picture. These things aren't random. They are connected, and chasing individual symptoms, like trying a new energy hack or brain booster every week, is like swapping out light bulbs while the power grid is malfunctioning. What your brain actually needs is a reset at the systems level. It needs support that goes deeper than Band-Aid fixes. So, what would it feel like to wake up and not already be behind? To pour your morning coffee because you enjoy it, not because your brain is dragging and you can't function without it. To walk into a room and remember why you're there. To finish a thought without feeling like your brain's buffering. To finally feel like you again. It's not some fantasy reserved for men and women who have more time, more willpower, or better genetics. This is what happens when your brain actually has what it needs to function. When your cells are fueled, when your nervous system is calm, when your hormones and neurotransmitters are communicating the way they're meant to. You're no longer trying to force yourself to show up with half a battery. You just do, because your brain and body are finally on the same team again. And here's the thing, it doesn't have to take years of trial and error or a binder full of health protocols. You don't need to overhaul your life or start meditating in an infrared sauna while sipping celery juice at 5 a.m. You just need to know what your brain actually needs to feel safe, energized, and supported again. And when you give it that, calm mornings, clear thoughts, more energy to enjoy the people you love. Now that version of you that feels grounded, sharp, and in control again, you're still in there. You're not lost. You're just waiting for the right conditions to rise back up. Now, if anything I've shared today feels familiar, if that voice inside you has been whispering, something's off and I know I'm not crazy, then you're exactly who I created my free masterclass for. It's called the 4-step framework to beat brain fog, fatigue, and mood and memory struggles naturally. And it's your invitation to step out of the overwhelm and into a completely different way of approaching your brain health. If you want to be the first to know when registration opens again so you don't miss it, just click the link in the description below and add your name to the waitlist. There's no obligation, just a front row seat to something that might finally give you the clarity you've been searching for. Because listen, this brain fog, the low energy, the forgetfulness, it's not just stress. It's not just aging, and it's not your fault. But it is something you can do something about. You can feel focused, calm, and energized again. You can show up the way you want to for your family, your career, and yourself. And you don't have to figure it all out alone. So go ahead, add your name to the waitlist, because this next chapter, it could change everything.